नमस्कार. आयच्या डिबेटात तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार आनी विशय आसा तो ह्या सरकारान जाहीर केल्ल्या कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्रामाचो. ताजे दोन्ही वटेच्यान टिका जाता आनी खरेंच ह्या कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्रामा भितर गोंया खातीर कितें तरी बरें, गोंया खातीर कितें तरी विजन आनी फुडले 5 वर्सां खातीर एक क्लियर पाथ आसा काय ना हाजेर आमी डिबेट करतात. 4 मानेस्त बरोबर. पयले आसात ते भाजपाचे आमदार आनी फुडारी निलेश बाब काब्राल, स्वागत तुमचें. दुसरे आसात ते म्हजे बरोबर काँग्रेसीच्या मिडिया सेलाचे चेअरमॅन आनी फुडारी यतीश नाईक, स्वागत. तिसरे आसात म्हजे बरोबर गोवा फॉरवर्डाचे चीफ स्पोक्सपर्सन आनी फुडारी प्रशांत बाब नाईक. आनी चौथे आसात म्हजे बरोबर द गोवन न्यूजपेपराचे एडिटर डेरिक आल्मेदा. यतीश, आय विल स्टार्ट विथ यू. कितें दिसता हो कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम पयलो? तुवें सारकी अशी पोटतिडकीन त्या दीस प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स बी घेतली. आता एक 48 वरां जाली. वॉट यू मस्ट हॅव गॉन इनटू द डिटेल्स ऑफ इट.
पळय, ते म्हणटा सबका साथ सबका विकास विथ गोंयकारपण. पूण ते जर तूं कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम जर वाचत जाल्यार ते सबका घात सबका सत्यानाश थ्रू फटिंगपण. इट इज क्लियर. पळय, 3 म्हयने काडले आनी बेटे स्टेपल मारिल्ले पेपर, झेरॉक्स मारिल्ले पेपर कशे कितें लोकां मुखार दवरले. तातूंत आसा कितें तें तरी पळय. आयपीबीचेर हांचें धोरण आशिल्लें की तो रीड करचो, काडचो. आयपीबी नाका, डेमन आनी कितें दलाल म्हणलो आनी कितें म्हणलो आयपीबीचेर. नाव दे से दॅट आयपीबी वील बी स्ट्रेंथन्ड, इट वील बी मेड सिंगल विंडो. चीफ मिनिस्टर हॅज स्पोकन. इट्स कंप्लीटली कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी. फॉर देम इट इज अ यू टर्न. As far as BJP is concerned, when they say we are going to review, it means all was not well in the procedure of granting approvals, which is a self-admission. You take nationalization. Nationalization of rivers, they said bad, you have to drop it. We will also oppose nationalization. Nationalizationच्या विशयाचेर आज जर तूं पळय जाल्यार इट इज अ डिसिजन ऑफ सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंट. इनलँड वॉटर ऑथॉरिटी एक्टान ते घाला गोंयचे रिवर्स नॅशनलायझेशन. सेंटर हॅज नॉट ड्रॉप द आयडिया. सो वॉट दिस इज रिटन इज जस्ट फ्लरिश ऑफ पर्पल. ताजेर पलीकडे काय ना, उडवींग करपाची गोष्ट. जॉब्स ऑपोजिशन आसतना तांणी म्हणलें 80% जॉब रिझर्व करपा खातीर कायदो हाडा. आज सीएमपीन कितें म्हणलां की इन्व्हेस्टरांक इन्सेंटीव दितले. सो देर इज नो लॉ दॅट इज प्रॉमिस्ड. इट इज अ यू टर्न बाय देम. लँड यूज पॉलिसी म्हणटा ते बरें करतले, वेर हिल्स अँड खाजान्स आनी दोंगर आनी शेतां सगळें आमी प्रिजर्व करतले. ऑन द अदर हँड आयपीबी हॅज स्टील गॉट पावर्स विच दे वॉन्ट टू फर्दर कॉन्सन्ट्रेट अँड दीस वेर इट कॅन ओवरराइड इवन आरपी. सो these are things. It is silent on issues like beef. It is silent on issues like bar ban on the highways, liquor sale on the highways. You take issues like plastic free. CM revolution days ha ulaylo magi tatuni asa te CM pin. This is 2012 manifesto card ani pay BJP so. It is repetition. Plastic free, slum free, garbage free, casino halaytle म्हणून, housing for all आणि employment. हे सगळे repeat promises of 2012.
Okay. प्रशांत बाब, कितें दिसता? कारण एक गजाल तो हें करता की 2 सामकी प्रामुख्यान दिश्टी पडटात. एक म्हळ्यार तुमचो इलेक्शन मॅनिफेस्टो, वीच आय थिंक फूल क्रेडीट तुमकां दिवपा जाय. तुमचो कंप्लीट मॅनिफेस्टो हो कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्रामा भितर रिफ्लेक्ट जाता. आनी दुसरो बीजेपीची 2012ची आश्वासनां, जी वैश्वीक आश्वासनां, ती आनी 10 वर्सांनी दिवपा जातात. असली आश्वासनां दिश्टी पडटात. मागीर हो कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम कसो? म्हाका गोवा फॉरवर्ड मिनिमम प्रोग्राम कसो दिसता
अशें म्हणून तूं म्हाका सामकें क्रेडीट दिता.
हय, तुमी एग्री करतात जाल्यार
दॅट मिन्स की आमी जो गोवा फॉरवर्डाचो जो प्लॅन आशिल्लो, गोवा फॉरवर्डान जो मॅनिफेस्टो तयार केल्लो, we are successful in selling that manifesto to the.
So you agree that it is not common minimum program, but it is Goa forward maximum program.
See, Goa forward as a party will try and see that की आमचे maximum points जे आमच्या मॅनिफेस्टो भितर आशिल्ले ते ह्या कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्रामा भितर येवपाक. आणि आय फील दॅट की वी आर सक्सेसफुल इन दॅट. आता यतीशा बी कितें आहा की दुसऱ्या दोळ्यांतले जेका कुसळ दिसता पण आपले कडचे मुसळ दिसना अशी परिस्थिती यतीशाची जाल्ली आहा. आनी ताका हांव ताका हें करना कित्याक हाता तोंडा कडेन आयिल्लो तो घास गेला बिकॉज ऑफ रॉंग लिडरशीप वॉट दे हॅव. पण ह्यातूं भितर जे पळय आमी 2 गजाल्यो क्लियर कट म्हणला पळय हातूं भितरल्यो ना एक 2 गजाली क्लियर कट रिगार्डिंग तूं नॅशनलायझेशन ऑफ रिवर्स म्हणला पळय. सगळ्यो गजाल्यो तुका जाय तसो जावपाक शकना. दॅट्स वाय दीस कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम न्ही. इट इज नॉट अ गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंटली गोवा फॉरवर्ड. इट इज अ कॉमन गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ बीजेपी, एमजीपी अँड गोवा फॉरवर्ड. आनी तातूं भितर इट क्लियरली स्टेट्स execute triparty MOU between Inland Waterways Authority of India, MPT and Captain of Ports to ensure that the rivers of Goa are managed by the government of Goa. सो हो हक्क आमचे कडेन दवरचो ही आमची मुखेल मागणी आशिल्ली. आता ते जर डायरेक्टली स्क्रॅप करपा जायना जाल्यार हातूंतल्यान जर मिडवे काडलो जाल्यार वायट कित्ता तुमी तर. आयपीबी भितर म्हाका दिसता की तुमी रॉंगली इंटरप्रेट करता मनोहर पर्रीकराक. आय फील दॅट यू आर रॉंगली इंटरप्रेटिंग. कित्याक आमी म्हणिल्लें की आतांचो जो आयपीबी आहा तातूंत भितर जे आतांचे थोडे कायदे जे आहा पळय तांकां बगल दिवप जाता. म्हणजे आयपीबी ठरयता आनी हांगचे लॉज ऑफ द लँड तांकां बगल दिवप जाता ती दिवपा नजो आनी ताका लागून तो सध्या रिव्यू जाता ऑफ ऑल द डिसिजन. दॅट इज ऑल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ गोवा फॉरवर्ड हॅज प्रेस्ड फॉर इट.
If you look at the manner in which this common minimum program was released, I believe as I understand that it is not so much common, but it's a minimum program, okay? Because it was supposed to release on 18th, and then we suddenly realized that it's not going to be released on 18th. In the meantime, Vijay Sardesai releases everything at his meeting in South Goa, and then it gets released on 19th. So my question is, what is the seriousness? Is there any seriousness that the BJP is attaching to this common minimum program? The Goa Forward Party is definitely attached a lot of importance to this thing. Now, as far as compromises go, is the BJP has to make compromises. There's no doubt about it. It has got the least number of MLAs. So let us take IPB. The IPB was like a single window, but what was the problem? The problem was it could override TCP, it could override regional plan. There's nothing in the common minimum program to say we are going to take at least these two things back. Review means the framework that gives IPB tremendous powers will remain.
Yes.
And
the only approvals will be reviewed.
Review means again you see you are not changing those basic things. You are saying we'll decide, we'll see, we may give, we may not give. So that is a big loss, I think, for Goa Forward Party. Okay, it has gained in the other emotional kind of things of coconut tree and all that. But for me, the biggest thing is this is not a pathway. This is just like everybody get together and Goa is just going to be there only. It's not going to go anywhere. Mishmash of okay, please this one, please that one, please the third person.
निलेश, दोन गजाली आहेत. एक तुमचं मॅनिफेस्टो आपलं कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम जर वाचलो जाल्यार अशें दिसता की बीजेपीन फाटली सरकाराच्या काळाक भितर ज्यो मिस्टेकी केल्ल्यो एक तर तो सुधारपाचो प्रयत्न जाला. म्हळ्यार ते मागीर कोकोनट ट्री अमेंडमेंट आसूं किंवा कूळ मुणकार कायद्यांतले अमेंडमेंट्स आसूं किंवा मागीर एलायसाक तुगेले खुश दवरपाचो प्रयत्न जाला. ना जाल्यार तुगेले असली रिजनल प्लॅन आतां आमी डायरेक्ट 2030 करतात किंवा आयपीबीचे आमी फुल फ्लेज अप्रुवलांचो रिव्यू करतात. अशी करून एक बॅलन्सिंग ऍक्ट तयार करपाचो प्रयत्न जाला. हातूंतल्यान गोंय खंय तरी मुखार वतलें हें दिश्टी पडना.
पयलीं सुद्दां म्हाका दिसता आज हांव हांगा बसला एज पार्ट ऑफ बीजेपी स्पोक्समॅन. Unfortunately, I'm also part of the government as MLA.
Correct.
And I'm sitting here. So today, whatever statements I make is part of a BJP spokesperson.
Absolutely.
Right. So let me be very clear. We common minimum program आता कितें उलयता तीग जाणांचे विचार करूंक पडटलो आमदार म्हणून.
फक्त बीजेपीचो विचार करून उलयता.
सध्या बीजेपीचो विचार करून उलयता. असो स्टेटमेंट पयले करता. पळय नॅशनलायझेशन ऑफ रिवर. It is not only the Goan rivers which are nationalized. It is a nationalized policy. If Goa Forward wants to totally do away with that, then I think they have to make a national party. And खंय तरी मागीर they will have to change the national policy. You can't change for a small state of Goa where there are 2 MPs elected. Change the entire set what is decided by the center. So I think they have, the way Prashant has put, they have found a common minimum program within the program to keep the things proper. And पोतून गोंयाक खंय तरी गोंयकाराच्या सरकाराक खंय तरी से आसतलो हे तेणें करपाचो प्रयत्न केला. ना हाऊ मच रिस्पेक्ट दॅट विल बी गिवन बाय द बीजेपी इन सेंटर आय डोंट नो. बट आय थिंक विथ ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर हॅव्हिंग अ गुड रेपो ही विल बी एबल टू डू अ ट्रायपार्टी. आता एम्पटी घालतले एक्चुअली नॅशनल रिव्हर्स.
बट वन थिंग इश्यूज जर पळयले एक तर तुमी फाटली सरकारातले इश्यूज तुमीच रिव्हर्स करतात इट इज अ बीजेपी लेड गव्हर्नमेंट अगेन. तुम्हीच घेतलेले पॉलिसीज तुम्हीच रिव्ह्यू ना. आयपीबी इज अ ग्रेट थिंग. हांगा तुम्ही म्हणतात की वी आर गोइंग टू रिव्ह्यू दी अप्रुव्हल्स गिवन वेदर दे आर इन ट्यून विथ द इन्व्हेस्टमेंट प्रमोशन पॉलिसी. तुम्हीच पॉलिसी केली, तुम्हीच अप्रुव्हल दिली आणि आता तुम्हीच रिव्ह्यू करतात आम्ही ते पॉलिसी सकल अप्रुव्हल दिली काय ना. डोंट यू थिंक दिस इज फनी?
गेले फाटी आमचो बीजेपीचो गव्हर्नमेंट आशिल्लो, हांव बीजेपी पार्टीचो स्पोक्स पर्सन बसला. हे पार्टी गव्हर्नमेंट जो आसा इट इज अ कोएलिशन गव्हर्नमेंट. इट हॅज गॉट नथिंग टू डू विथ बीजेपी पार्टी. द गव्हर्नमेंट हॅज टू रन for 5 years as part of BJP because it's a bigger brother of the government. So Honorable CM decide karta that it is as government. As BJP party, when we were in 21, we have done lot of things for Goa. We are still saying that we did. I still making a statement. पहिली तुम्ही मला live पंचायतीचे हे तर आमको खबर ना कोण बसलो ते. I was सांगले it was not against the BJP. I still make it a stand. It is not against the BJP. It was against the individuals who thought they were kings. And that is why आता तू वे कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्रामाचे उलयता पळय आयपीबी. आय डोंट नो, लेट अस सी व्हॉट इज गोइंग टू ओवरराइड, व्हॉट इज गोइंग टू हॅपन. देयर इज डेज टू कम टू सी. दे हॅव अ सर्टन पर्टिक्युलर खंय तरी म्हाका दिसता ते कशे कोकोनट ट्री घेवन बसले तशे ते हांगाचे तो खंयचो तो सांग्याचो आंबड्याचो खंयचो प्लांट घेवन बसले. सो म्हाका दिसता दॅट तो कॅन्सल जालो ते सगळे सेटल जातले अशें म्हाका दिसता. सो पळया कितें जाता ते फुडाराक. हांव तेजे आनी काय उलयना. लेट अस सी. आय ओनली होप दॅट द गव्हर्नमेंट फंक्शन फॉर नेक्स्ट 5 years.
यतीश एक आता मुद्दा आता दुसरो आरपीचो रिजनल प्लॅनाचो. आता म्हणटा की 2030 करया. आता 2030 करप म्हळ्यार तातूंत दोन मुद्दे आहेत. एक, फाटली 2 सरकार जाली, तुमचे 5 वर्स चल्ले, तांचे 5 वर्स चल्ले. दोगी सरकार काय आमकां रिजनल प्लॅन दिवपाक शकले ना, हें आमचें दुर्दैव गोंयकारांचें. आता हें तिसरी तरेचें सरकार आयलां आनी तें आतां 2030 म्हणटा. व्हेरी फ्रँकली एज अ पॉलिटिशियन तुका दिसता आमच्या गोंयच्या राजकारण्यांक जेन्ना 2021 प्लॅन करप जमलें ना, 2011 प्लॅन करप जमलें ना, तुमकां 2030 प्लॅन करपाचो अधिकार आसा?
तुझ्या प्रश्नाचें उत्तर हांव दितां, पूण तो सदां लिडरशिपा बद्दल उलयता काँग्रेसीच्या म्हणून एकूच सेंटेन्स करता. ताणें विसरपा जायना की ताणें जेन्ना उडी मारली पळय सॅफ्रन ब्रिगेडान तेन्ना ताजो प्रेसिडेंट त्या दिसा पक्षांतल्यान राजिनामो दिलो. ते विसरपा जायना. आतां तुजो प्रश्न सांगता, उत्तर दिता. रिजनल प्लॅनाच्या बाबतीन सी इट इज लायक दिस. Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar, some days ago, in an assembly session, while speaking on the subject, says that the process would be completed by December 31st, 2017. Within a few days, Town and Country Planning Minister says that it may not be possible. So the Town and Country Planning Minister contradicts what the Chief Minister has spoken on the floor of the House, which has got legislative sanctity. Now, this few flying pages of paper stapled together, styled as CMP to please them or what, I don't know, says 2030. Now please understand, you are talking of a land use policy to protect hills and fields. If you are talking of a land use policy, then what are the parameters of that policy when you are having an IPB which has overriding powers of the RP? Because that is a basic feature of the IPB Act, which is making it draconian. Please understand, regional plan process has to be a process that has to be very crystal clear if at all they want to articulate anything. If you go by this CMP, it is just a confusion and an effort to hoodwink the people. It is not laying out policy or parameter or outlay of the vision to prepare a RP in any which way.
Derek, you agree? As आमचे politicians are, do you think they have a right to talk about 2030 when they miserably failed for 2011 and 2021? So we cannot plan for 2021 and we want to plan for 2030.
No. See, one thing that needs to be made clear is that Digambar Kamath, when he was Chief Minister, he prepared 2021 and notified it. So it is in force. It's not as though there is no regional plan. And he took 5 years, he went down to the villages, had this bottom top consultation and whatever, and he is the only chief minister to undertake this process, and through that process he formulated the 2021 plan. Now that plan, many didn't like it, many had problems, many of the stakeholders said it's not okay and all that. So when Manohar Parrikar became chief minister, he brought in a notification superimposing it, which means that land that is settlement area has to be shown in 2021 and 2001.
Yeah.
And that is the position today.
As of today.
So we have a regional plan, we have a legitimate regional plan, and we have it
Which is not in
notified
force.
and which is in force. Okay?
Which is in force in parts.
Which is in force? No, it is totally in force.
Totally in force.
Totally in force. Now, when they talk about let
2001
us
plan, not
let us
2021.
redo this plan and all, you are making a new plan based on what you already have. It might be too early to be doing that because you still have to do correct. You have to make rectifications, and you want to make some rectifications here. Now, when they talk about a land use policy, this land use policy is clearly demarcated, clearly listed, clearly pointed out in Regional Plan 2021. You know exactly what's a hill, you know exactly what's a cousin land, you know everything there. Eco 1, Eco 2, Eco 3, everything is there. So I don't know what they are going to do that is new in this land use policy.
ओके प्रथम दिस अ व्हेरी क्लियर थिंग कारण 2021 आता 3 तालुक्यांचे प्लॅन नोटिफाय झाल्या जे फाटली तुमची सरकारान सुरू केले उरिल्ली 9 तालुक्यांची उरल्यात प्रोसेस ऑलमोस्ट कंप्लीट झाला एक मायनर रेक्टिफिकेशन्स करून प्लॅन आमच्यानी भायर काढपाक जाता अजून 2021 4 वर्ष उरल्यात तरीकय तुम्ही म्हणतात आणि बेसिकली तुमचो लीडर म्हणता की आम्ही 2030 करतात आम्ही 21 भायरच काढनात म्हणून उरिल्ल्या तालुक्यांचो डोंट यू थिंक इट्स अ ब्लंडर
वाय इट इज अ ब्लंडर पळय तू किती करतलो आता जो प्लॅन करतलो तो 4 वर्सां खातीरच कित्या करप आता करतलो तो आणि 15 वर्ष मुखार
4 वर्साचं आता झालं न्ही
झालं
करपाचे किती उरला
झालं तो तुका 3च करचो जालो 3 तालुक्यातलो गेली 5 वर्सां आम्ही 11 तालुक्याचो करपाक शकलो ना 3 तालुक्याचो बाकी कडेन थोडे कडेन काम अजून चाली
आता आमच्यानी मुखार 10 वर्साचो करपातलो
एकदम करपाचो सी इट इज नॉट सेट डेट की आम्ही प्लॅन करपाना म्हणून प्लॅन करतलोच म्हणून न्ही आणि प्लॅन दितो तुका 2030 प्लॅन दिता डायरेक्टली ऑलरेडी आमचे कडेन कांय तालुक्याचो आसा कांय तालुक्याचो उरला तो जाग्यार घालपाचो अँड एज रिगार्ड्स टू दीस protection of these there is see this need not be specified in books huge books लिगल फ्रेटर्निटी भितर आसता की कितें ते व्हडले व्हडले शकदर हे ते व्हडले व्हडले बूक वाचपाची संवय उरता हातूंत भितर मेजर ज्यो गजाली आसा पळय दे आर स्पेसिफायड ओवर हियर
पॉलिसी इज क्लियर निलेश यू एग्री विथ दिस 2030 कारण तुमचो फॉर्मर टाउन अँड कंट्री प्लॅनिंग मिनिस्टर म्हणटा की बाबा काम सगळे कंप्लीट जाला तो प्लॅन काढात भायर आणि मागीर 2030 काम सुरू करात कोण म्हणना की 2030 काम सुरू करनाका म्हण पण जे काम कंप्लीट जाला रिसोर्सीस गेल्यात मॅन आवर्स गेल्यात एटलीस्ट तो प्लॅन भायर काढात आणि मागीर 2030 काम सुरू करात पण तुमचेच सरकाराचो आता कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम म्हणटा की डायरेक्ट 2030 यू एग्री विथ दिस एज अ बीजेपी स्पोक्सपर्सन
तो हे सरकाराचो आसतलो कडे म्हाका सरकारचे खबर ना पण
सरकार बीजेपी आसतला
कितें आतां पळय सरकार कितें आसता सरकार आतां तुका सांगला न्ही इट इज अ कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम ऑफ सरकार म्हणल्यार गव्हर्नमेंट म्हणल्यार 12 मिनिस्टर
यू एग्री एज अ बीजेपी लीडर
I feel see in the past okay when Congress did as he has said then last TCP minister also did in between there was 2.5 years present CM and 2.5 years Francis Ashilo so they have done something now I don't know what is the mind of and the head of Vijay what he wants to do let us see I don't want to comment on that but I only hope that what you said
first time I am seeing Nilesh Kabral who has said I don't want to comment on
this because
at least 3 times in last 20 minutes
I don't want to comment on this because
you never say that
not I don't want to comment on this right now
right now
let us give Vijay Babu an opportunity we'll see how long he is taking if not I'll make comments on him
okay
प्रिसाइडली
एक गजाल
म्हाका दिसता की हातूंत भितर बहुतेक गजाल्यो स्पेसिफाय जाल्ल्यो आसात एज रिगार्ड्स
देयर इज क्लॅरिटी म्हणटा तुम्ही
देयर इज अ
म्हाका एक गजाल सांग यतीश एक गजाल सांग
there is a clear clarity see first time a concept of TDR has been introduced here this was not there in
correct
see now I am a person from Kankon if I want to you term my land as forest my land as orchard my land as agriculture and you don't allow me any development so if you are allowing development in city let the city person who is developing buy my rights and let him develop here so that I can retain the forest and get some money for my land all the villagers in the villages
मग यतीश एक गजाल
But before
yes
I think no there's no clarity there's no clarity in the government on this because Vijay is talking about 2030 whereas CM is saying land use policy first that's going to be the block so there's no clarity I feel between these
no म्हाका एक गजाल सांग कारण I'm on this policy aspects only कितल्योश्योच पॉलिसी फाटली सरकाराच्यो ह्या कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्रामा भितर आमकां रिवर्स जाल्ले दिसतात सावथाक तर तांणी सरळ पीडीएचे प्लॅन केल्लो तो शॅलो केला आणि ते आता नवीन प्लॅन करता म्हणटा सो मेनी थिंग्स आर गेटिंग रिवर्स्ड आणि जे असे ब्रॉड टॉपिक्स आसा पळय एम्प्लॉयमेंट हाऊसिंग ब्युजिंग ताजे सगळे पॉलिटिकल पार्टी सेम उलयतात ओन्ली ते पॉयंट कॉमन दिसता हातूंत भितर हे जे पॉलिसी रिव्हर्सल चल्लां थ्रू कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम वेर डू यू थिंक दिस वील टेक अस
रिजनल प्लॅन
जाय तेन्ना आमकां राजकारणी सांगतात गव्हर्नमेंट इज अ कंटिन्युअस प्रोसेस
म्हज्या हातान जो कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम पडला
हय
तो पेज नंबर 5चेर रिजनल प्लॅनिंगाचेर उलयता 7 वळी आसा 6 कंप्लीट वळी आसा 5 कंप्लीट वळी 2 अर्द्यो वळी आहा तातूंत प्रशांत बाबा खूब वाचले पडले खूब कळटा पूण गोंयकारांक कळना एज डेरिक बाबे सेड देर इज नो क्लॅरिटी तो TDRचें जें उलयता पळय I don't know the खंयच्यान उलयता ते because to the best of my knowledge government has yet not formed a policy on TDR. As far as TDR is concerned, it is not a concept which you can buy and sell across a shelf in the market. There is a policy needed and it is a big subject which Prashant Bab or me cannot articulate unless and until the experts in the domain finalize the line on which such a concept could be thought.
Fully agree.
But beautifully he's speaking without anything in the CMP. So let me speak. Let me speak. I know y'all have been trained to shout. I know that. It is so uncomfortable for you. You have to shout. Let me speak.
Go ahead.
Let me speak. So what I'm saying that as far as TDR is concerned, there is no clarity on the CMP except the word TDR. As far as regional plan is concerned, there is no clarity on the policy approach that this government wants to follow, except by saying that they want to frame a clear-cut land use policy. And the parameters that they wish to lay for this policy have not been spelled out, except by saying that they want to protect forests, khazan, CRZ, steep slope, when the following page, as I told you, speaks on IPB, which and Chief Minister says openly that review म्हणजे cancellation नाही, review म्हणजे single window करप म्हणजे he is not contemplating. He is not contemplating.
Derek, before I go to Prashant, हे जे reversals of policy चलना, even we'll take the best example of South Goa PDA. प्लॅन तयार जालो, ताणी इलेक्शना पयलीं भरपूर बोवाळ केलो आणि आज तो म्हणटा की प्लॅन आमी स्क्रॅप करतात अँड वी वील डू अ न्यू प्लॅन. सो प्लॅन स्क्रॅप करपा फाटल्यान कितें तरी कारणां आसपाक जाय न्ही. ती कारणां कळपा खातीर एक इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन आसपाक जाय किंवा रिजनिंग आसपाक जाय, स्टडी आसपाक जाय. इट्स जस्ट अ ब्लँकेट डिसिजन दॅट वी आर गोइंग टू शेल ऑल द एक्सरसाइज दॅट इज बीन डन अँड वी आर गोइंग टू डू अ न्यू थिंग. हे जे पॉलिसी फ्लिप फ्लॉप सध्या चालू आसा फ्रॉम लास्ट 5 years टू दिस 3 months, वेर इट वील टेक अस?
Oh, where it will take us? I don't think it will take us anywhere. We'll be there only. All MLAs, all of us will be there only, sharing and discussing and saying, you know, you do this, we'll do this, and they'll be debating and you know.
That's why I said, no,
so it's not going to go anywhere. Like even in the regional plan, one question that I have for Goa forward is, are you going to go back to all villages, or are you going to go to? Because here it says talukas. If you're not going to go back to all villages, you're going to have a problem in formulating that plan. So
that
you
is
need
why
to be very
BJP
clear.
government did not directly scrap the Digambar Kamath plan,
And
because that plan had gone to all the villages.
It was difficult to scrap.
They have gone to villages now also. And if you go to the villages, at times it happens so that a village where I come from, village panchayat Lolepole, in the Gram Sabha, they overwhelmingly demanded that all the orchard land to be converted, all the forest to be converted. We are a panchayat with around 70% of forest cover and orchard, where the people wanted it to be made exactly reverse.
No, Prashant Bab,
30% and 70%.
No, Prashant Bab, my question is very simple. आज तुम्ही सावथाक सुगेले सांगले प्लॅन स्क्रॅप करता. तुम्ही करप्शनाचे आरोप केल्ले, नेपोटिझमाचा आरोप केल्लो. सो फाल्यां जर खंयच्याय पीडीए चेअरमॅनान हाजे पयलीं जर करप्शन करून जर एक प्लॅन केला, डोंट यू थिंक दर शुड बी एन इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन इनटू इट? तुम्ही येतात, तुम्ही प्लॅन स्क्रॅप करतात आणि आम्ही नवीन करतलो म्हणतात. देर शुड बी सम लॉजिक न्ही. देर इज नो प्रोब, देर इज नो इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन ऑर्डर अँड देर इज स्क्रॅपिंग ऑफ एन एंटायर एक्सरसाइज. वेर इज द लॉजिक?
ना एक पळय, आमी जेन्ना हो प्लॅन पळयल्लो लास्ट टायम, सी वी आर पार्ट ऑफ जो तेन्ना प्लॅन करताले पळय त्या प्रोसेसा भितर आमचे कांय सदस्य पार्ट जाल्ले. तांणी ऑब्जेक्शन रेज केल्ली. दे वर पार्ट ऑफ द मेंबर्स कमिटी. तांणी ऑब्जेक्शन रेज केल्ली. तांणी पळयले रात्यां भितर रंग मारपा लागले. दॅट्स वाय वी अपोज दॅट प्लॅन. अदरवाइज पहिले डिस्कशन.
करेक्ट. आय एम नॉट डाउटिंग द बेसिस. बट टुडे जर तुम्ही म्हणतात की कोणी तरी करप्शन केलें, कोणी तरी पैसे खाले, You just cannot today say ki we are just scrapping it, तो ताणी पैसे केले जाले आम्ही नवीन करतात. There has to be a probe, there has to be an investigation, there has to be people taken to the task. You are not doing that.
See,
you are just saying new plan.
आम्ही पळय कितें जे वायट मडगांव पुरतें जाला तें सारकें करपा खातीर आमी आसात. आतां तें वायट
no
करपा खातीर
investigation.
कोणे पयशे बी घेतला पळय ताजी म्हाका दिसता मुख्यमंत्र्यान दखल घेवपा जाता. आमी त्या बाबतींत जें कितें वायट केलं पळय ताणें जो लँड यूज ताणें जो ज्या तरेन बदललो तो आमी प्रोटेक्ट करपा खातीर आमी
निलेश बाब तुम्ही सांगा म्हाका, यू आर ऑल्सो फ्रॉम साउथ, पीडीए कितें जालें तें तुमकां खबर आसा. यू एग्री विथ दिस स्टँड?
I agree with your stand.
No, my stand is very clear. If there is corruption, there should be investigation.
Prashant Babu is wrong, but see the way they have gone ahead. They formed the body. They had the first meeting. They decided to scrap it. It's not correct. They should have taken that plan on board, brought it to the people's notice that this is wrong, and then that is why we have decided to scrap it. I am a very frank person. They should have done that, and then people would have understood what is the reason they are scrapping. Now you are a common man. You don't know Baba, scrap कित्याक केला. There is corruption झाले, वो कितें झाले, that you should have brought to the fore. आता तेणे Prashant Babu
brought to the fore, my investigation जावपा जाय. People should be taken to the task.
Magir, they should have decided these are the frauds. So we are closing this and we are doing this, and these are the people who are involved. अशें करून करपाक जाय.
म्हाका दिसता निलेश बाब तो लँड यूज ज्या तरेन चेंज केलो पळय लास्ट टाइम, इट वाज क्लियर कट दॅट की
आडा मरे लोकां फुडें आडा.
that is being discussed in the meeting. That cannot be discussed on
In other words, if I could just encapsulate, ODP जो बीजेपी सरकारान केल्लो तो बीजेपीचो आमदार म्हणटा इन्व्हेस्टिगेट करा, आणि तो म्हणटा इन्व्हेस्टिगेट करप नाका. अशें म्हणना, कितें म्हणटा इन्व्हेस्टिगेट करया म्हणटा, ताणें म्हणलें इन्व्हेस्टिगेट करा. तुम्ही म्हणटा तो म्हणटा इन्व्हेस्टिगेट करा. आमच्या सरकारान जे कितें केलां बीजेपी तू म्हणटा इन्व्हेस्टिगेट कर म्हणून, तू वाय यू आर शिल्डिंग
that call has to be taken by the chief minister. Our promise to the people of Madgaon was this, that we are not going to go ahead with this plan, we are going to give you a new plan.
I agree with you. Point is, I am not doubting the basis. My thing is, if somebody has done corruption as you claimed before the election, then those people should be taken to the task. You just cannot say तुम्ही corruption केले, तुम्ही गेले, आता आम्ही आले, आम्ही नवीन प्लॅन करतात. You agree with that?
That thing has to be, the call has to be taken by the headmaster. The teacher cannot.
Okay, the call has
to be taken. Whether somebody has to be punished or.
The BJP was alleged to have done corruption by them before elections in that. Now the BJP MLA says you investigate into what BJP has done, but he comes as a spokesperson of the BJP and says don't do it.
Okay. No.
Derek, what is the very clearly? Do you think now so many interests have come together in this government? Final word that it is very difficult. ती काल मेरेन एकमेकाचे आरोप केल्ले, ते आरोप आज एकमेकाक जर गळ्याक धरपा जाय किंवा if somebody needs to be taken to the task or booked. आज परिस्थिती, it has been a very uncomfortable situation for everybody.
It is very uncomfortable for everybody in the government. Okay, because there are pulls and pressures from all sides for the BJP. Okay, one cannot expect the BJP to implement its manifesto in toto. It has to compromise with go forward with Dowlikar, with MGP. And the others, the independents. It has to, because now you have formed a coalition government. Okay, but on the point that you made on this plan for Margaon and Ponda, I think they should have given an explanation to Goa first, or to the people of Margaon and Ponda. This is why we are scrapping this plan, because we find that, look, there is a problem here, there will be congestion here, or there is a problem here, there will be, the wrong buildings are coming, this was marked as open space. Some explanation should have been given. Or you says, look, the plan is not bad, but the process was not proper. You give an explanation. This was like taking entire Margaon, taking the entire Ponda, everybody else for granted. We will do what we want.
Okay. इतल्याचेर आमकां म्हाका दिसता बरी डिस्कशन जाला आनी परिस्थिती बऱ्याच प्रमाणात लोकां मुखार गेल्या. सगळ्यांची म्हाका दिसता म्हणणी इतलेंच आसा की हातूंतल्यान खंय तरी गोंय मुखार पावचें. तें फक्त तुमचे डिस्कम्फर्ट जो सध्या दिश्टी पडटा त्या डिस्कम्फर्टांतल्यान गोंय मुखार पावचें ना. सो इतलेंच म्हणटा, हांव इतलेंच सांगता, राजकारण सगळें बरें आसा, बट ऑन सर्टन मेजर पॉलिसी इश्यूज there cannot be discrepancies where there are push and pulls of politics. इतल्याचेर थांबता. आयले सगळे जाण इतली बरे तरेन मतां मारली. थँक्स अ लॉट पवित्र प्रुडंट. नमस्कार.